How are you doing, Andrea?
I'm doing great.
All right. Looks like you're having some beautiful weather. Are you sitting in your backyard there in Michigan?
I am.
All right.
How are you?
Perfect. Yeah, we had a nice day. It's not too hot here either. So, yeah,
Good. No
excellent.
rain?
No rain, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And I just got done mowing my grass. So I'm ready.
Awesome.
I'm ready. So, okay, well, let's get this thing going. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Tonight, we're going to go over some things with the a business builder pack and just really talk about getting started with Sisel and what we need to do. So I'm going to do a screen share. So hang on with me a little bit while I find that. It's should be here somewhere. Let me see if it's there. There it is.
It is.
Found it.
Okay.
Found it. Well, Andrea, thanks for joining us tonight, and everybody, thanks for joining us. Those of you that have joined us on Facebook, welcome to the webinar. And if you could, give a thumbs up, give a smiley face, give a heart, like, comment, and let people know that you're here. Sisel is an acronym, and it stands for Science, Innovation, Success, Energy, and Longevity. Wouldn't you say that that's pretty accurate for the company there, Andrea?
Perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah. When I first joined, I looked at the products and I thought, no, they're just another one of those companies that just pops up and they got a little bit of this, they dabble in a little bit of that, and they just didn't seem to have any direction. And now it seems like we've really concentrated the things down, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we used to have what, 250 products?
Yeah. And now we're down to around 30, 40, right?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, we have established ourselves as the anti-aging company. And that's how I look at it. And when you take a look at the Mowers themselves, they were the originals on the no harmful ingredient company. They've been doing it for 30 years. And we'll talk a little bit about that tonight too, with going over the toothpaste and the mouthwash. But Andrea, we're kind of old school. We were raised in that era where, your parents taught you don't want to be in debt, right?
Yeah, right.
And so you don't want to be in debt. You want to have that financial stability to everything that you do. And so when I work with a company that's financially stable, like Sisel, 100% debt free, it means something to me.
Right.
And it should mean something to everybody else. When you're presenting this to someone, make sure that you point that out. And lastly, it says Sisel's lucrative compensation plan offers features that set it apart from all the others in the industry. Isn't it? Wouldn't you say that's true, Andy, as you've gotten to know the company?
Oh yeah, I've participated in a lot of different compensation plans, and they have an exceptional one.
Yeah. Well, and what they've done is they've taken the best out of all the other compensation plans and they've rolled it into one compensation package that we have over here at Sisel. I mean, we get paid daily. No other company does that. We get paid 25% commission on customers. We get paid that on a daily basis. We have the Wealth Builder plan, which is a coded bonus system. And I mean, it really can be a lucrative part of the plan. Don't you just love going to your mailbox and your email box and seeing an email that says you've gotten paid?
Oh yeah, it's nice
on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Aaron talked about it last week. He said success isn't measuring what you've done individually, but what you've helped other people do. And wouldn't you say that's true as well?
Oh yeah, I think most of us who get into a business of this nature, that's our heart, is that we want to help other people.
Yeah. You have to help other people. And you know, when you look at the corporate team, the management team, I mean, they've got decades of experience, not just in the industry of natural health care and anti-aging, but also in the industry of business.
Right. Yep. Tom has done some great training on YouTube.
Yeah, and that really means something too. You know, a century of network marketing experience wrapped up into this company, and that's important. You know, and then the other thing is that we own our own manufacturing plant, and what I like about that is we can control everything from start to finish when that raw ingredient shows up. And Andrea, about a year ago, you took your first tour of the Sisel manufacturing. Talk a little bit about how the product comes in, it's quarantined until when the final product goes out the back door. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I've heard through videos and information that, you know, Sisel or Tom, whoever is in charge of that, goes out and, you know, develops really good contacts for their ingredients, and their ingredients have to meet their standards. So when the raw materials come in, they're quarantined. The lab at Sisel retests the product to make sure it meets their quality. And I've also heard Tom say he has turned back hundreds of thousands of products that didn't meet their quality, told him to go sell it to some other company because it didn't qualify for Sisel's production. And we have a warehouse that is like it's a smart warehouse. Like everything is, it tells them where to put everything, so nothing gets mixed up, which is amazing. And you know, it's really up on the technology as far as that goes. And you know, I think it's like pharmaceutical grade, isn't it? Like our
Right.
warehouse.
Yeah,
And
factories come just to check out the warehouse to see the automation part of it.
right, highly automated. And you know, Tom has developed and patented and won a Genius Award for the development of the machine he designed to produce the fucoidin product that we have. You know, so if something isn't out there on the market that will work for what he wants to do, he just makes it. You know, we have a very special machine that makes, and I don't understand it all, but it was explained that it um, grinds our coffee beans in a certain way so that no toxins are produced from the finished product. He has a water system in there that people from different municipalities all over the country have come to view, because he goes through, what is it, 5 degrees of
7.
7 degrees of reverse osmosis. And then he has the ability to put minerals and substances back into the water to make it the correct pH for the product that's being, you know, released. When we went on the tour, all of us like ran to the drinking fountain to get a drink of the water there, because we were like, we want to get some of this good water in us, you know.
Right on. Yeah, like Andrea said, I mean, we can control even the pH of the water so that the different products that we make, like if you're making shampoo, you want a totally different pH than say if you're making fucoidin. And so we can control all of that, and pretty amazing stuff. And yeah, I've done the tour 7 times, Andrea.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, state of the art to make state of the art products. And so
Yeah,
when
wait, go back to that picture. Look at that picture of that building. It's a gorgeous building.
you bet
Mountains
it
in the
is.
background, and it's what, a 400,000 square feet. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, it says on the slide 300,000, but I thought it was 400,000 square feet that they had in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know, and the other impressive thing about that is, you know, that company is, or that manufacturing portion of our company is called what? Supernaturals.
Supernatural.
And not only do they make our very high-end products that are very effective and sizzle safe, but they contract with many other companies and make their products for them also.
That's right. Like 40 other companies, we make their products because they know that we're going to make a quality product that's not going to have any returns on it. So, and when we're talking about products, I guess there's 50 products now based on the slide. We had cut it down to about 30, and now we bumped it back up to 50. But we put them into 4 different lines of products. The Sisel Fitness products. These are the products that are for those people who they work out. These are the people who are trying to stay in shape. People who want to maintain optimal weight. We've got products in that category, and those products tend to cross the lines too, because like Ripped, where we're marketing it more for the person who's trying to build muscle and all of that. It actually the original research on the ingredients was done on anti-aging, slowing the aging process to keep seniors so that they wouldn't lose muscle tone. And then we have health products, the Sisel Health line, more energy, more vigor, drive, just to keep you healthy and kind of beat the aging, so you don't feel like you're getting old. I mean, holy cow, who wants to feel 110 when they're 110? They'd rather feel, be 110 and feel like they're 60, right?
Correct.
And then we've got the Sisel Safe line of products. Toothpaste, which I'm going to go over, mouth rinse, which I'm going to go over. We've got shampoos, we've got dish soap, we've got laundry detergent, all these different things. And the reason that Tom got into this line of product was because most products on the market are made with no regard for human safety. And when you look at like antibacterial soaps, for example, the ingredient in there, that triclosan, they've linked it to cancer. They've linked it to cancer since they first invented it. I started talking about that way back in the 1990s, how it was linked to cancer. And now the FDA came out just, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and they said it doesn't even kill bacteria. I mean, holy cow. So we're risking our own lives using a product that and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And we're risking our lives for something that doesn't even do what it's supposed to do. So when we talk about the Sisel Safe products, and I'm not going to get into all the products, we just don't have that much time on the call tonight. We do have some of the safest products on the market. And then, I know, Andrea, you've experienced some of the Sisel Beauty products. Talk a little bit about that without getting too in depth with it.
Well, basically the beauty products that we have are for health of the skin, for repair and to reverse damage in the skin, remove wrinkles, things like that. Like one of our main products, Transfusium, has 24 active ingredients in it. And I've heard a video where Tom talks about a product that's out in big box stores with, some woman's name on it, costs $300. And he said the ingredients inside the product were, cost less than the bottle they put it in. And it had minimal active ingredients in it. So compared to our product, which is way under that price, you can't even compare them.
Yeah, you can't even compare it. That's exactly right. And so, again, you take a look at all the different products. I mean, even Tom himself, when I'm talking to him, he says, when you're looking at the cost of the raw ingredients, the cost to manufacture and formulate the product, sometimes it's just amazing when you compare it, like Andrea was just saying, when you compare it to the other products on the market. And you're going, holy cow, I mean, we're making a profit. And these other companies are charging, like Andrea said, $300 for a product that's not near as good. So, then we move into kind of one of my favorite products, Andrea, the compensation plan.
Well, of course, we all like that.
Right. And like we were talking about earlier, I mean, think about it. You have a compensation plan that pays you in a lot of different ways. It pays you with direct commissions. It pays you with fast start bonuses. It pays you with bonuses that sometimes you have to go look and see how you got paid today. I mean, you get $100 check and you get an email that says you got $100 in your e-wallet, and you're going, oh, what did I do today? And you got to go look and see how you got paid. And so the compensation plan really works like this, is that the fast start bonus, if I go out and I help Andrea get started in the business, and I help her build a business, I get paid 25% commission on every product that she buys for her first month after she enrolled. And then when she goes out and helps one of her friends get started, she gets paid 25% on them. And then when they go out and help someone else get started, of course, they're going to get the 25% of fast start bonus or commission on that first 30 days. But what's nice is that you get paid 7 generations deep on those people that you've helped enroll. So if I help Andrea and she goes out and she goes to work and she builds an organization that's 7 levels deep, we're going to both make 3% on all of that fast start bonus on their first month. That's a pretty good plan, isn't it?
It is. It can earn money right away.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's and what I like about it is that's the money that you get paid on a daily basis. Fast start bonuses get paid on a daily basis. And so if I help somebody today, I'm going to get paid tomorrow. And then the direct commission. Now, this is the mailbox money. This is the money that on the 14th of the month, 14th or 15th, depending on where you are in the United States or in the world, 14th or 15th of the month, you're going to open up your e-wallet and you're going to find your commissions. And what it is, you get paid 7%, 7 levels deep. Now, it's a kind of a graduated system, which means that as you build your organization, as you grow and rank, you get paid further in depth and further in depth. So, when you first get started with just 50 in PV, 50 in product order, you get paid 3 levels deep. You get paid that full 7%. You don't get docked because because you don't have an organization. You don't get penalized because you haven't built anything yet. You get paid the same 7% that I get paid. And then when you get to that master level, when you get up to where you have $1,000 in volume, now you get paid an extra level. When you get to the master builder level, which is $2,500 in volume, you get another level. When you get to 1 star, which is $5,000 in volume, you get paid another level. When you get to 2 star and 3 star, you get paid up that 7 levels. And then with the infinity bonus, once you've gotten into those upper ranks, now you can actually earn commission to infinity on your entire team. So it doesn't ever split away. And then your retail commissions, if you go out and you find somebody who just wants to buy products, they don't want to do the business, you get paid 25% for life on every single product that they order. And that's pretty cool too, isn't it?
Yeah, we get paid that the next day also.
Next day pay. I love next day pay. When Sisel said they were going to do that, I'm like, holy cow, that is excellent. And, because a lot of times when you first get started in the industry, like what happened to me, I got in a motorcycle wreck. I couldn't go back to my regular job. I couldn't go back to what I was doing on my regular basis. And so I had to find a way of generating income. And when I got in this industry, I went to work and worked hard to try and build an organization so that I could get paid. And I just love having that pay that comes on a daily basis like that.
Right.
And what I also like, Andrea, is the fact that our compensation plan, so many compensation plans on the market, they're either heavily weighted just for the beginners. So you get started and they get paid a lot of bonuses for enrolling people. And so people are just out enrolling, and they're not helping them build because they don't get paid any in depth. And what I like about our plan is it's a balanced plan. So you get paid good when you bring somebody in, but you also get paid well when you help them build. So our compensation plan is designed to help other people. And then on top of it, once you get to be a seasoned Sisel distributor where you've got a good organization, you've got some opportunity to make some good money on the backside too. So as you build, you get that. A lot of compensation plans, they're so heavily weighted for the big networker that they forget about the little guy, and I don't like those either. So This is one that's fair. It's fair across the board, and I really like it. So, I know that here on the slides they want to go through it. They have the slide set up so that it goes through a little bit more in depth. But I think Andrea and I pretty much covered it. Is that you get paid 25% when you bring somebody on board on anything that they order for their first 30 days. So if they come on board, for example, and they buy some of the H2 water sticks, and the hydrogen water, and then they come back and they go, oh man, I've been hearing a lot about that H pill. I want to get on that as well. You get them to order that, or if they come back and say, I want to order the Triangle of Life, get them to order that in the first 30 days, and you're going to make that 25%. And then the upline, they make 3%, and if you're building a team, you will become the upline. So that's important to know, and it pays it out on a daily basis. And so here it kind of shows it in a drawing there again. It's paid 7 levels. 7 times 3 is 21%. And then you got 25% that's paid out to the enrolling distributor. So you can look at that. There's 46% that's paid out just in that fast start bonus. That's a lucrative part of the plan, isn't it? Bonus. What's that?
Just in that fast start bonus, 46% goes back to the people.
Right there, right on that, right? And then once I say developed your people into happy, healthy customers. Once you develop into happy, healthy customers or consumers, now you get paid that commission, that direct commission. So if I help Andrea and now it's her second month and she orders $200 of the product, I get paid 7%. So I'll get $14 on her return orders. And depending on your rank, you make that up to your 7 levels deep. So it's a nice plan. It's a nice plan. And then you get some other bonuses as well. So here's the compensation plan, kind of in a nutshell, and a drawing there. And you can see that the master qualification is 1,000 in downline volume. You still only have to place a $50 order. The master builder, you have to place 100 PV order, and you have 2,500 in downline volume. A 1-star is 5,000 in downline volume. Now you have to up your personal order up to 200 PV. Now, Andrea, that can be made up of your customers too, can't it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then with 2 stars, still $200 PV order, 10,000 in downline volume, and then 3 stars, 15,000 in downline volume, 300 in PV. And now you're getting paid the full 7% over 7 levels. And that comes out on next week, Andrea. We'll get paid that next week. Yay.
Yay, payday.
I always like payday. And so you can see here, they go through the different ranks. They talk about that. Here's the qualifications. You can see that, again, when you get up to the 3 stars, 15,000 in volume, we'd already talked that the 1 star was 5,000, 2 stars, 10,000, 3 stars, 15,000, 4 stars, 30,000, 5 stars, 60,000 in volume, 6 stars, 120,000 in volume, 7 stars, 250,000 in volume, 8 star, 400, 9 stars, 600, and then 10 stars, 800,000 in volume. And
that sounds like a lot, Doc, but your volume is tremendous, and then you have people on your team who are 6-star.
Yeah, there's people on my 25th level that are way out of my 7-level pay line.
Huge numbers, but really, if you start building.
Say that again.
I didn't say anything. You were saying something.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Okay, so so as you build in volume, you build in rank, you get paid deeper and deeper and deeper into the compensation plan, and it really is just a lucrative plan. And I know Milo goes over this every Monday night. He goes over this in depth, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. But the infinity bonus, it starts out by giving you an extra 0.5%, and then it grows all the way up to where you can earn an additional 6% on your compensation plan. So that's how the infinity bonus works right there. So you can see on the 10-star, you add the 1% to the 2% to the 3%, and that's 6%. So that's in addition to your 7% bonus that you get on your 7 levels.
Well, Doc, what I would say is if anybody's listening to this and they're a new distributor, that they should get back with their sponsor or one of their upline people and have them help them get their hands on this written compensation plan and then walk them through it, whether it's in person or over the phone. That's what I like to do with my people, is just say, okay, on this page, and explain it, so they have a pretty basic understanding of it. It's really, once you walk through it a couple times, it's really easy to understand.
It's not a hard compensation plan. It looks like it could be, but it's really not. And then the master check bonus, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to say this. If I help my new distributors grow and they start earning money, I get paid a check match based on what they're earning. So if they're earning $1,000, I can get $100 just because they earned $1,000, and so on and so forth. So that's how the master check match works. You can look at this here. Pause the video if you want to look at it a little bit more in depth. But jump on the call with Milo on Monday nights, and he'll go over that. And then, of course, just like traditional business, as you work in an industry and you get better at your job, they give you bonuses, and they say, here you go, Andrea, you earned this bonus, you did well at your job. So we do the same thing here. As you grow and rank, we give you these extra bonuses. So a 10-star master, you can get $40,000, and there is that time frame on it. So many of these companies, and I know even Sisel tried it, where they said, oh, you have to do it in such a time frame, and that never works, because then what happens is that sure, the big leaders are going to go for it, but then all the little people who are just getting started, it's difficult. Nobody was born to be a network marketer, and so what happens is that by having a time frame on it where you have to do it in a certain amount of time, I think it actually works in reverse. It gets people to just say, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. Where here, rank advancement bonuses, you can earn these anytime as you grow. So if it takes you a little longer to grow, you can make the money. So There's the bonuses again. And you have to maintain that rank over 90 days to earn the bonus. So if you build to 10-star, Andrea, and you maintain it for 3 months in a row, they'll give you $40,000.
Sounds good to me.
I like it. And then, of course, the lifestyle, the auto bonus, this is paid out monthly. Once you reach that 1-star master level, so $5,000 in volume, and you maintain that for 3 consecutive months, on the 4th month, they're going to start paying you a car bonus. And so here's the different car bonuses. So 1-star, this is, again, just for making a 1-star rank, which is $5,000 in volume, and maintaining that, you're going to get a $200 bonus. So 2 stars, $300, 3 stars, $500. Andrea, I haven't made a car payment myself in 8 years.
That's awesome. I have earned the car bonus since October 2017 every month.
So you've earned it almost 2 years now. You've been earning the car bonus.
Yep.
I love it. And that's really something that you got to point out to people, is you say, hey, look, I get a new car and the company pays for it. And so that's a great thing. And then, of course, preferred customers, again, you find people who just don't want to do the business. They've got other things going on in their life. Maybe they're involved in another network marketing company and they just don't want to get involved with 2. And they don't see the big picture that we have over here. We've got great products, so you can sell them the products. They can be a customer, and you get paid 25% retail commission on that for the whole time. Not a bad deal, huh?
Right. I think everyone, I don't care what business they're in, should be looking at Sisel products. They're just that effective.
And then, of course, about a year and a half ago, they added the Wealth Builder system. And it took a while for everybody to really kind of grasp a hold of it. But bottom line is, folks, so what the Wealth Builder system is the coded bonus system. And how that works is that you buy one of these packs, you get started. And then once you start going out and building your team, you build your first 3. And what happens is that your sponsor actually gets paid on those first 3. And then, of course, now you start building your wealth team. And so on that side, so your 4th one on, now you start making some nice bonuses. And And again, you start making it not just on the people that you enroll, but the people that they enroll and the people that they enroll. And when I first got this, when it first clicked in my head what it was all about, I was like, holy cow, you can get paid $120 to infinity, both in width and in depth with this plan, just by going out and helping other people get started in the business. It's a great plan, isn't it?
It's a great plan. I mean,
yeah.
Wealth Builder is the appropriate name for it.
Yep, it really is. And, you know, and don't get over confused with it. I think some people do. Don't get over confused with it. Bottom line is, it's a great way to start. You get some good product. You get a great product package with some huge discount. And on top of that, you can make some nice money on it. And then when you help other people to understand the same thing, you make great money on it. They make great money on it. And like we said earlier, network marketing is all about helping other people grow. And that's where the Wealth Builder really comes in as far as I'm concerned. And so you can see here, this is kind of sums it up there.
Yeah, and you know, those packs to become a Wealth Builder are only around between 300 and 350, depending on which one you get, which is really minimal in this business. I've joined companies and paid out $1,500 before, and I've paid out $500 before, you know, and
right.
here we're paying 300, you get a ton of great products that are discounted in price, you know, and you still get to participate in the Wealth Builder. So why not?
Right. Can you see the screen share there, Andrea?
Yep, I do. It's on fitness.
On the different products. Perfect. So I wanted to go over tonight just a little bit on a couple of our products in the Sisel Safe line. I want to talk about the toothpaste first, and then we've got a short video that will play as well from a holistic dentist from down in Australia. But the Super Shine toothpaste, you know, I guess, you know, you think that the FDA and the different, the TGA, the different regulatory bodies, they should protect us from products that are unsafe, shouldn't they?
That was supposedly their job.
Yeah. And fluoride, you know, let's just say that the theory for fluoride is correct. And let's say that it does stop cavities. Actually, if you look at the research, it shows that it doesn't really work. But let's just say that that theory is correct, just for sake of not arguing with anybody. All right. So we'll say that it helps prevent cavities, which it doesn't, but we'll say that it does just for the sake of this. But what's interesting is that if you swallow fluoride, it's actually damaging. It'll make mercury and lead more toxic.
Right. And I think there's a warning on those toothpaste from other companies. It says if you swallow this toothpaste, call poison control.
That's right. Right. And so if you have a product that has to have that kind of a warning on it, you got to start wondering, you know, what exactly is in there? So we have a fluoride-free toothpaste, but the other thing is it doesn't have like the little grits of sand and the little grits of plastic that tear up your enamel and actually make your teeth weaker. It doesn't have to have all these candy flavorings to make you brush your teeth. You know, like some of these toothpaste, they put all that candy flavor in there. And so we make a toothpaste that does its job. It cleans the teeth. It kills the bacteria. It's one of the key ingredients is something called stabilized anthium dioxide. And this product, what it does is it eliminates mouth odors, but it also kills all the bacteria in your mouth.
Well, that's important.
Right? Do you want bacteria in your mouth?
No, I do not.
Not at all. And so that stabilized anthium dioxide, they've known for years that it can kill the bacteria. And we've got ingredients that will help with making your teeth bright and shiny. And there's no dangerous chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate laureth sulfate the stabilized chlorine dioxide or anthium dioxide, it goes by both names, is safe to use, and we don't have to have the concrete cleaner.
Right. And, for anyone that hasn't learned about fluoride, I'm just going to say, go out and do a little research on, what fluoride does in the body.
Right. Yeah. Didn't the Nazis use it over in Europe during World War II for mind control? Because they found that if they gave people fluoride in their water, they could actually control them better.
That's an interesting thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So then we talk about the Terminator mouthwash, the mouth rinse. And again, this uses the same thing. It uses the stabilized anthium dioxide. It eliminates odor, eliminates bad breath. And there's a lot of other things, a lot of other features that people have found that this stabilized anthium dioxide can actually do. Because it kills bacteria, you can keep this in your tackle box for fishing. You can keep it in your medicine cabinet, because you can spray it on a wound, and you can prevent bacteria growth.
Yeah, a lot of people have used it for that on wounds and different things like that.
You bet. And then it's sweetened with xylitol, which is a form of sugar sweetener that doesn't feed the bad bacteria like most toothpaste, in that they're either sweetened with dangerous sweeteners, or else they're sweetened with sugar, and that can actually feed the bacteria that causes cavities.
Right.
So it's a great product, and it really helps out. So I just want to switch over here, Andrea. Let me see. I'm going to have to stop the share, and then I'm going to start it again, because I want everybody to hear the sound. So hang on one second.
Let's look at toothpaste. And when you look at toothpaste, there are a lot of toothpaste on the market that have dubious qualities. And what you really want are two things that I think in a toothpaste. One is that there are no toxic ingredients in the toothpaste. And if you read the labels on some toothpaste, you'll see it says, if swallowed, go to the poison center. Well, I don't know about you, Joan, but when I was a boy, toothpaste was just another mint I would eat, and I would brush my teeth with it, and then I'd take a fingerful and stick that in my mouth, and that would be something else I would have, because I didn't know that there could be any toxic ingredients in there. But there are, and for various reasons. And so what I've done is I've looked at products out there, and there are a couple of companies, as you know, that have a product that's not only got non-toxic ingredients, but also has an active ingredient. And the active ingredient is anthium dioxide, or stabilized chlorine dioxide. And the thing about this is that it actually does something. Most toothpaste just make you feel better. But if you have something that actually actively works within the mouth, that actually breaks down the biofilm, actually breaks down the volatile sulfur compounds that cause bad breath, then why not have something that goes that far, and drop a mouthwash in with that of the same products? I know that you can get your hands on those sorts of products, Joan, and I would recommend those as something that people look at, and especially if they're people who get things like mouth ulcers. People say, I get these dreadful mouth ulcers. Well, look at your toothpaste. Yes, look at your stress levels, but also look at your toothpaste. Have you tried changing your toothpaste? I have a patient right now, and she's got down to one toothpaste that she can use. The rest of them actually cause the mucosa, the skin on the inside of her mouth, to separate from, and slough off. And she's incredibly painful. So obviously I'm going to introduce her to what I know. But up until she met me, she didn't have another answer. She just kept trying to find something that wouldn't harm her.
Okay.
So very, very important.
Anything else?
So, Dr. Bill Reed down there in Australia, Joan had the opportunity to interview him. And he's a holistic dentist. He works with holistic chiropractors and osteopaths and homeopaths. And so he did a full half-hour talk on natural medicine probably a couple months ago. Do you remember that one, Andrea?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay. And we shared it on the Better Health for You webinar probably a couple months ago. But bottom line is that, here's a dentist that he's seen the traditional dentistry and he saw how bad it was. And now he's promoting natural products like what we have here. He's actually promoting the Sisel product. And he talks about this lady that, she can't use your toothpaste because it's separating her, the skin in her gums from her teeth.
That sounds horrible.
Wouldn't that be horrible?
Mm-hmm.
We have enough things to worry about. You shouldn't have to worry about things like that. And so folks, for those of you who are watching this live with us right now, for those of you who are watching the recording of this, think about that. Think about, when you're talking to people, when you're presenting this to other people, it's important that you get your nutritional products that are going to supply you with the nutrients that you need on a daily basis. But it's also important that you start looking at, in your life, if you're putting all these toxic ingredients into your body, does it make any sense to spend all that money to try and live longer and healthier if you keep poisoning yourself? Does that even make sense, Andrea?
No, we were just talking about that. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Doesn't make sense at all. You have to start by looking at your lifestyle and you go, okay, I have to brush my teeth every day. Why not switch to a good, safe toothpaste and a mouth rinse? Yeah, are you going to spend a little bit more money on it? But aren't you worth it? And when you take a look at shampoo, loaded with sodium lauryl sulfate, loaded with silicone, loaded with brake fluid type of components, things like that. I was just out in Montana helping my friend build a car. And when I'm working on these cars, most of the time I try and wear gloves so that I don't get that stuff on my hands, because you can actually measure most of these chemicals in your urine within half a minute of spilling it on your hand.
Wow, I thought it was a little longer than that, but good to know. Half a minute.
Half a minute. And so you start thinking about the toxic chemicals, the real harsh toxic chemicals that they use in factories for cleaning floors and diesel engines and all of that. Would you ever consider putting it on your skin or in your mouth?
No, but people do it all the time. It's in our shampoos, in our hand soaps, in lots of hair products. Like, I went through my entire house and turned the label and looked to see if sodium lauryl sulfate was in my products. I found like 5 or 6 products in my house that had that in it. First ingredient.
Yeah.
You know what first ingredient means?
It's the most abundant.
Yeah, that's scary. Let's challenge everyone to just, walk around their house and look at the label on everything and see if they have either sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laureth sulfate in their product.
Yeah. Well, now what they're trying to do, Andrea, is they're trying to, it's just like with high fructose corn syrup. Now they don't have to call it high fructose corn syrup anymore. They can just call it sugar.
Right.
It's like, come on, isn't there anybody out there watching out for the consumer?
Well, there's supposed to be people out there.
Yeah, those watchdog groups, they're not doing very good. Well, Andrea, I'm just gonna ask, is there any final comments that you can think of that you'd like to add? I think that the presentation that they've done with the flip chart, you get that when you join as a new distributor now, you get that flip chart as part of your new distributor pack.
That's great. That gives you all the information you need right there at your fingertips.
Yeah, and it's so easy to go through it, and you don't have to know everything in depth. It's got everything right there. You just learn how to read, how to point and direct, and you get people interested. Find out what their interest is. Maybe they just want to look young like Andrea. Maybe they want to live forever like me. Maybe they want to make a lot of money. We've got it all.
Yes, we do.
All right. I'll let you close out the call, Andrea.
Okay, well, team, thank you for joining us this Friday night. If you're not listening to it on Friday night, of course, it's always live here in the SWT World Team Facebook page, and you can come back and visit it and catch up on that information. Share it with team members, share it with new members. This is a really good live to share with new team members because Doc's gone through the compensation plan, and that will, give them a little help. And then, again, we recommend that you go through the comp plan with each of your new members. If you're not that familiar with it yourself, call upline, call me, call Doc, call Katie, whoever your upline is, and have them walk you through it just so you have a basic understanding.
That's right. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks for being here every Friday. And thanks, everyone, for joining us. And I look forward to just a wonderful month. Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.